Well, now, friends, it's once again that time in the program where we would like to welcome a very special guest of honor onto the Way Back Haunted Hayride, our second of 2025. With that mentioned, I have been very fortunate enough to meet up with many legends of the horror collection as of last weekend. With that mentioned, this next guest has been on the show before, I think a couple years ago, but in honor of Halloween and the Niagara Falls Frightmare 2025, I would like to welcome a very special guest of honor onto our program today, which to me is the true queen of horror classics, none other than Miss Dee Wallace Stone of Cujo and also E.T. fame. It is a true honor to welcome her to our program this morning, and following this interview with Miss Wallace, we will hear an all-time classic by David Houston and friends called E.T. Still Means Ernest Tubb to Me. A little play on the words about the movie E.T. and also the Texas troubadour Ernest Tubb, who was known as E.T. With that, here now is our true queen of horror, none other than Scream Queen of Hollywood, Miss Dee Wallace. Well, it's a pleasure to be talking to you again, Miss Wallace. It's been a couple of years, but I understand that you're coming back to Niagara Falls.
I am, yeah. It's coming up pretty soon. We're looking forward to it.
Yes, and we are, yes.
There's going to be a Jaws reunion and an E.T. reunion. All of us from E.T., the boys and I and E.T.
Nice.
will be there. And, we're really looking forward. It's been a while since I've been back.
Yes, it is. It's, I'd say at least 10 years at least. So.
Yeah, I think so. What's up with that? I love Canada.
Well, we love you too. At least I do. Yes, you've always been the queen of the horror films, as far as I'm concerned. Yes, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, where did you find your love for the films, especially the horror genre?
You know, I think it started with my mom. My mother was a secretary by trade, but she was a wonderful actress in local theater in Kansas City and produced and directed all of the religious plays at our church. And every Christmas and Easter, she would do a half-hour reading on either the birth of Christ or the crucifixion. And people from 4 states would come to see my mom. And one day, I don't think I was even 8 years old, and I was sitting with my grandma, and I looked around and everybody was crying. And I thought, this is what I want to do. I want to move people like my mommy.
I see, yes. Maybe not in the religious type, but certainly in the horror section, yes. Yeah.
Well, I think E.T. was a pretty moving film.
Yes, it was, for sure, Miss Wallace. That's true, yes.
And do you know, if you Google the effects of horror films, you will be very surprised. They're good for your brain. They're good for your nervous system.
Yes.
They're good for our coping mechanisms. Yeah, everybody should Google that. I was blown away when I read all of it.
So let's go back to 1982 and the classic E.T. How did you get that role of Mary?
It was a real Hollywood story. I had auditioned for used cars, but Stephen works very, very far ahead in his projects. And when I came in, he saw the quality that he wanted in Mary.
Okay.
So when E.T. came along, they called and offered it to me.
I see. Yes. So it was love at first sight with Spielberg then?
Well, I think it was love at first sight for the quality of the character he wanted in Mary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Exactly. Yes. What are your thoughts on the fan base that it's had following it?
Well, it's a huge fan base.
Yes.
And a loyal fan base. I mean, come on. E.T. is our Wizard of Oz.
Exactly. That's right.
We're going to have it forever. And it's just that kind of film that reaches into your soul and reminds you of what the truth is.
Exactly. This is it. Yes. And that there is life out there beyond what we know as Earth. Exactly. In my opinion.
Well, and what we all do know and do not live around love.
Yes, that's true. Very true, especially nowadays, yes. When you were making E.T., did you ever think it would become as iconic as it has?
No, I don't think creative people ever go into a project looking at it that way. We go in to do our very best to serve the material in the highest way we can. And then when it comes out, if the public is ready for it and embraces it, the public is who makes it a big hit.
For sure. And it sure has had the fan base behind it, as well as several other of your films have too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cujo has a huge fan base. The Howling, huge fan base. And then come The Hills Have Eyes and Critters and The Frighteners, and
Amazing.
you know, but I was always very lucky to attract really well-written horror films.
Okay.
Today, you know, we don't have very many horror films. They're slasher films.
Yes, that's true.
And a good horror film takes time to develop the story, takes time to develop the characters, so you really care about them, you know?
For sure.
And so, yeah, that's what I'm proudest of, is that I was able to
give quality.
Bring and bring alive all those qualities that people cared about.
And they're still lingering all these years later, exactly.
Yes, they are.
Yes. Now, tell us a little bit about your work with Cujo. That is one of my all-time favorites of yours.
Mine too. Well, Cujo was definitely the hardest thing I've ever done, just because of the sheer amount of energy and emotion that went into it. Mm-hmm. You know, there were 13 dogs that played Cujo.
Oh, wow, I never knew
all of them trained to go after toys.
Yes.
So we had to tie their tails down because they were wagging them all the time, because it was a great big game to them.
Yes, I'd imagine, yes.
But I'm just incredibly proud of the work that I did in that film, and I'll tell you, I thanked God every morning that I got Danny Pintaro for that kid. He was
very well
amazing.
Yes, he was very well acted. And did you ever have any problems with him or the other ones that you worked with, child actors?
Oh no, never.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I'd almost rather work with kids than adults, because kids are open. They don't come in with any ideas. They want to play. It's just fun for them. And a lot of times working with kids, you're much more in the moment, you know, because they are.
Exactly, and it's all new to them, and yes, for sure. And so when you see the remakes of like these different horror films or these different shows that you've done over the years, what is your thoughts on them? Is there any chance of remaking Cujo? I know it would never capture the spirit that it had in the original.
Well, I hear that they are remaking Cujo.
Okay.
And they are making it very exactly as the book is written.
Oh, is that right?
We didn't. You know, the dog is possessed by an evil spirit in the book, and the kid dies at the end, which we made a definite decision not to do. And the day it came out, Stephen King called my producer, Dan Blatt, and said, "Thank God you didn't kill the kid at the end of Cujo."
Yes.
I never got more hate mail.
Is that right? Yes, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So, looking at your iconic career, what has been the biggest or your favorite part of it?
Oh, wow.
I know it's a tough question because you've been in everything and anything, yes.
You know, I have to honestly say my favorite part of my career is hearing all the stories, how my work has changed people's lives.
Okay.
They come up to me at all my personal appearances, and, you know, one young mother came up and said, "Miss Wallace, you're a part of a miracle in my life." life and told me about her autistic son.
Okay.
And he was 10 years old and she had never heard him speak. And she took him to see the re-release of E.T. And on the way home, he said every line E.T. said in the film.
That really touches one, exactly.
You bet it does. And that's the power of the work we have to affect people.
It might seem like everyday stuff to us, but to the fans, that's the main draw or whatever. That's what makes the difference, is the fan, yeah.
Well, sure. Your fans make you or break you, baby.
Exactly. This is it, Miss Wallace. Exactly. That's right. Yes. Now, I understand that E.T. and also The Hills Have Eyes are going to be doing a reunion at the Niagara Frightmare. Have you kept in touch with any of the co-stars?
Of E.T.?
Of E.T. or The Hills Have Eyes? I know Michael Berryman will be there as well.
Oh, yeah. Michael and I see each other all the time.
Yes.
We're good friends.
Okay.
The boys, both the boys and I do conventions together a lot.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So we see each other quite a bit. I don't see the other actors. I see Susan Lanier every once in a while from The Hills Have Eyes, but really not any of the other people that are in it very much, no.
I see. And so what will the fans look forward to seeing at the Frightmare? I know you haven't come back to Canada in a while, but it's an honor to see that you're coming back up here, yes.
Thank you. Look, everybody that comes and is coming, we have great product. I have... Some guy came up to my table at one convention and said, Miss Wallace, you have too much shit. I can't make up my mind.
Yes.
So I put a compilation picture together with several of my movies on one sheet. But I have great pictures from all of my work. I will bring some of my books that I've written.
Nice.
Also.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And, I have handmade statues. I've got an amazing werewolf, an amazing Cujo, and an E.T., and what's the other one? Oh, the Critters.
Okay, yes.
And they're all handmade and hand-painted. They're collectibles.
Yes.
And they'll be on my table.
Oh, nice.
But most of all, come from a great hug from me.
Yes, of course. Yes, for sure. What would you say has been the strangest thing you've ever signed at one of these conventions?
Somebody's butt.
Is that right? Yes, yes.
Yeah, they were going to get it tattooed.
Okay, yes.
I said, well, I'll sign it if you don't have to drop your pants all the way for me to do it.
Exactly, this is it. Exactly, I agree. Yes, for sure. So I have two more questions for you today, but I'm really hoping to see you at Niagara Falls this on the 25th and the 26th. Yes, I'll be there the
25th and 26th.
Sunday though. So looking at the horror section of the films that you've done, what would you say has been the biggest change over the years? Like we had mentioned about the slasher films per se.
Yeah, I think that would be my answer.
Yes.
That, we've gone from really thorough stories where we care about the characters to, hi, here's our 5 main characters. Let's see how gruesomely we can kill them.
Yes.
And that's not a horror film to me.
Exactly. It's more of blood and guts. Exactly. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And so how does Miss Wallace, how does she celebrate the holiday of Halloween? I know you're, of course, the queen of horror, as I mentioned.
Oh, well, I'm going to go trick-or-treating with my 2-year-old grandson.
Oh, nice. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what. He's going to dress up as the Oogie Boogie Man from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nice,
He's
Another one.
fascinated with that movie.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm going to go as yet.
Okay. Well, keep us posted, and with that, happy Halloween, Miss Wallace, and we'll see you in Niagara Falls.
Oh, see everybody there. I can't wait.
Yes. Have a good
Canada, here we come. Thanks, honey.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
can start to miss my family, especially when I call the folks back home. I think of that small creature that we know now as E.T. I hope he'll come back and see us later on. That little creature from the spaceship touched my heart, I will admit. I saw the movie 2 times, maybe 3. But when I hear his name, somehow it just don't seem to fit, because E.T. still means Ernest Tubb to me. E.T. still means Ernest Tubb to me. His songs are etched inside my memory. Picture shows are lots of fun, but when all the credits run, Brother E.T. still means Ernest Tubb to me. Jimmy Caps, you ain't no Billy Bird, you pretty good. I grew up when times were changing, listening to the radio. Then soon the opera stars were on TV. Now I hope they make a sequel to that E.T. picture show, but E.T. still means Ernest Tubb to me. What do you think, little Jimmy Dickens?
E.T. still means Ernest Tubb to me. His songs are etched inside my memory.
Picture shows are lots of fun, but when all the credits run, Brother E.T. still means Ernest Tubb to me. E.T. still means Ernest Tubb to me. Doggone you, E.T., we love you.